Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Do we have any ladies? If we do have ladies tuning in, we'd love to hear from you. Shout out Lady Boss. Just comment Lady Boss down below. I think that'd be kind of cool. And gentlemen, welcome to the Hustle Up podcast, dedicated to all them movers and shakers out there getting it, grinding day in, day out, every day, 8 days a week, 25 hours to create a life by design and say fuck you to life on default. If you want a 9-to-5 job, if that's your jam, crush it. And if you don't, or you want some type of alternative non-desk lifestyle, crush it. The idea is life on your terms, whatever that looks like to you. Maybe you want to be a digital nomad. Maybe you want to become a world traveling influencer. Whatever. We like life by design. So my name is Clint.
Jonathan.
And today we're talking about a little bit of courtesy. Just being nice to people. One of the concepts that we've brought up before, obviously the kind of energy that you're putting out is also the type of energy that you're looking for. It's that perception creates reality. And the 51-49 rule, Gary Vee. Always be giving a little bit more than you're taking. Always be creating a little bit more than you're consuming. And when I have an interaction with any type of human being, and this boils down to the smallest things. This is in my grocery store. This is at my bank. This is especially true anywhere that's a part of my routine, whether it's daily or weekly. I'm always trying to leave little pluses on top. I envision a little plus on top of somebody's head, and if there's a little minus sign, I do something to put a slash through it and turn it into a positive sign, a plus sign. And this is just positive interactions with people. Do something to make them smile. Give them a genuine comment. People know when you're trying to be fake. They know when it's not real. They know like we're in tune to that. And the idea is be nice to people. And even if you're in a terrible mood, you never know, they might be too.
I honestly think that if you're in a terrible mood,
If you're in a terrible mood,
no such thing as terrible mood. But if you're in a terrible mood and you're nice to someone, it most definitely shifts your fucking mood.
That's absolutely right.
And one of the best things I ever heard was, money cannot buy happiness unless you buy something for someone else.
Ooh.
And it's just like it's that small act of giving more than you're getting that not only makes a relationship successful, but it makes you feel good.
It turns that selfish to selfless. Right. And maybe if the act of being selfless makes you feel better, it could be considered, it's a little bit of a paradox. It could be considered, well, I only did this so I'd feel better. But if you're in a bad mood, you can change your mindset. You can shift your reality by going out of your way to serve somebody, by going out of your way to give someone a compliment, whatever, buy something for somebody, whatever it looks like.
This is one of those fundamental things that if you circumvent through religion, philosophy, and science, it's nothing but positive.
That's right.
It can't do any harm. It can't do anything bad. Like, these are one of the fundamental principles of how to stay high frequency, how to be a high energy individual, and most importantly, how to not just radiate that, but let other people catch on and feel that. Because a lot of people underestimate how much they can affect someone's day, right? So there's that meme or quote going around right now that's like, as I like an as I recall, but it's in your 20s you think everyone's thinking about you. In your 40s you stop caring what people think about you, and in your 60s you realize no one was ever thinking about you.
They were too busy thinking about themselves.
Fair. But no matter what age you are, in an interaction, someone will perceive you a certain way, right? So they may not be thinking about you 5 days down the line, but I'm sure you've heard no one remembers what you say or what you're wearing. They just remember how you made them feel.
Yeah.
And that's a very underplayed idea that you gotta really find it in yourself to be a high energy. And nice is a kind of a surface level word.
The difference is it's intentional.
That's right.
Like nobody's ever 100% all the time. But if you've ever, I don't know, I have there's a guy at my local Publix who is always smiling. And I know he can't always be happy to see me. I'm not always happy to see him until he turns around and smiles and says, "My friend." And it's like, that's fucking right, my friend. Hey, how are you? And if I'm in a bad mood, then I feel guilty for bringing that bad mood in when I know he's there smiling, right?
Yeah.
And same thing, we talked about the low frequency energy at Moe's, right? It is what it is.
Right.
The people behind the sandwich counter at Publix are always excited to do that sandwich. Like it's a pleasure. And the energy they bring is always, so I know them all by name. And I know for the most part what shift. I used to eat a lot of Publix sandwiches.
Shout out Pub Subs.
I've grown out of it a little bit, but Pub Subs are fire. I can't go to Subway anymore, and it's ruined other subs for the most part. But the idea being, take time. Get to know the people in your routine. If you have to do something every day, or if something happens to be in your routine, get to know the people who are also there every day. This goes for the gym. This goes for the grocery store, and it could be you might find yourself syncing up patterns with other human beings in your area. And if you notice that you are in a similar pattern with them, A, be nice to them. B, get to know them. Your network is your net worth. You never know what relationship, what they do, what you do, how those two might play together. There's a reason that your schedules sync up multiple times a week, right? I've also heard it said, here's a little game theory. Now this is not my theory.
That's right.
But it's not my theory. I just happened to hear it. A good friend of mine goes around and he talks to everybody in the gym. It's genuine. Like he makes friends in the gym with everybody around him. So he is perceived. He also talks to the women. And he might, I don't know exactly what he's saying to the women. He might be giving them some workout tip. He might be making some joke, whatever. But because they see him talking to other women and other men, big men, small men, fat women, hot women, his social hierarchy, his social status, it's proof.
Right.
He has proven social status, and the dude kills it. The dude kills the guy. He must have dated at least 5 women from the gym in the time that he lived here. He probably lived here 6 months. It was a different woman every month.
Yeah.
And he was about it. And then he had to switch gyms for a little while, right? Now I'm not saying you go hit on everybody at the grocery store or the gym, unless that's life by design.
Yeah.
But maybe it's networking for you. Maybe you want to figure out. Amin said, remembering the smaller conversations for the larger conversation. Get this person's phone number, get this person's Instagram, get this person's business card, whatever it is. And if you can look for ways that you can help people all throughout your walk of life, you never know how it's going to pay off. It's like Yes Man. It's like that movie. Right. I'm not saying you be a yes man, but at the end, he's done all these favors for all these people, and then I don't want it to sound like you're just doing it so that you can do a favor. You're helping a lot of people along the way, and it can only have a positive effect on you in the long run.
So where do you think people... So I've got a friend right now, right? And he's kind of going through a transitional stage in his life where he's evolving, is the best way to call it. He's transcending. He's gone from caterpillar to a butterfly, right? And one of the things from this past is that he's got a perception that he was too nice, right? What do you think? Where do you think that comes from? Why and where could someone think that they're too nice?
When they got taken advantage of, or they feel like they got taken advantage of, and the key being, when somebody feels like they are being too nice, the ultimate issue is that they were doing things with the hope of getting something in return.
That's right.
It wasn't coming from a place of selflessness.
Yeah.
It was coming from a place of selfishness. And when that level of nice wasn't reciprocated, they come back and say, I'm being too nice. And they maybe even feel some pain. I've felt this before in my life, but that's because the level that I was serving or doing things from wasn't selfless generosity. And if you can flip that and say, I'm going to be nice for the sake of being nice, and there's never anything in it, like good karma just comes around when it comes around, right? Like it's not about somebody doing something for me in return.
Do you still think you get that karma return if you do it with the intention that you want, if you're nice with the intention that you want to receive good karma back?
No, see, then it goes back from the selflessness. You got to just trust that good karma will come back to you when good karma comes back to you. If it comes at all.
Happen to good people.
Yeah, if it comes at all, right?
Right.
And it's not, it was 100% not about doing things for the good that comes in the future. I have this problem with church stuff. It's like, I'm only doing these good things so I get to heaven. There's like there's some hypocrisy, and it's not all people who go to church, obviously. Not by any means. But with the good karma, it's the same concept.
Right.
You're putting good energy out there, and good things happen to good people.
Yeah. And it's a fundamental mental shift in what we talk about with marketing and sales. Don't try and be the hero of someone's story. Help them be the hero of their own story.
Yeah.
Right? You want everyone, the way I view it, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't always view it this way. I went to college, I would say that I lived a very socially programmed life until I got sick with Crohn's. I was in the hospital and everything, right? And that kind of showed me that was a big life altering point for me. And then I came back and our friendship began, and this was 2015, right? So I can't say that I was always like this, but now I look around and I don't care to be the smartest in the room. I don't care to be the best in the room. I don't even care to be any of that within my team. I want my team to be filled with studded fucking winners. People who are nice, people who put good energy and put good energy out. And it doesn't matter what kind of energy we get in, because we just know it's going to be good because that's what we manifest. But we give good, like we are good. Like I don't want to say a cliche of good people, but everyone who's close in this tight knit group, or not even tight knit, but in this group, whether you be second, third, or fourth degree, everybody is out here trying to put good energy into the world. What does that mean? That means being nice to someone who maybe is in a lesser situation. There's that meme that says, you've never truly helped someone until you can help someone who can't repay you or return the favor. Right? There's that. There's picking up trash that's just on the earth. Picking up, be nice to the earth. Lil Dicky just came out with his "We Love the Earth." Did you see it? Bro, he's got like every artist in it. Lil Yachty, Ariana Grande, Justin Bieber, Halsey, like Wiz Khalifa. You name it, they're in this video.
Yeah.
He put it out on Earth Day, and Leonardo DiCaprio's foundation funded it.
Nice.
And it's all about he's like, we got X amount of years to save the earth, this, that, and the other. And, there's a lot of conflicting opinions about that, about whether we're in a global climate kind of epidemic because of humans. So whether that's true or not, you can't argue that not picking up a piece of trash is doing good for the earth and putting it in the trash can if it was on the ground. You can't argue that.
And you wouldn't do that for karma back.
No.
So why would you not be? Why would you not be nice to people without the expectation of good karma or the law of reciprocity?
Because we're not programmed to. We live in America, a capitalistic society, which is its own hierarchy of Darwinism, as far as not physical, obviously, but monetarily, and it's very egocentric. Like there's the big difference in language between Eastern and Western language is that there is no that in Eastern language. There's only this. Whereas Western has this and that. And that is that external. That is that exterior. You have all these problems with being materialistic, with having to be the best. And all these different kind of things that make people think that being greed or being a perceived alpha, and we'll break down in another episode what at least we've learned, at least what I've learned alpha is, right? But it's these perceptions of these false archetypes that really are not radiating that good energy. I mean, do you have anything to add on to that, or do you see where I'm going with it?
No. The I had a point and I just lost it. And it was really fire too. I know I do, and you know what? The too nice. The deal with too nice is if you're going to make your relationship transactional.
Yeah.
You need to clearly state that from the beginning.
That's right.
I'm going to do this, and in return, you're going to do this for me. And then if they don't hold up their end on the bargain, they're the motherfucker. But then you know it's been clearly stated.
Yeah.
So your friend could avoid feeling taken advantage of if they would state things clear from the beginning
and plan it out.
Or if they're going to do nice things, do it without the expectation of anything nice coming back. When you want to talk about a perceived alpha, and I honestly don't mind breaking it down right now. I've seen plenty of dudes, nerds, or
anything in between.
In between, jocks, whatever. You see like you have your traditional alpha stereotype, but I want to big gorilla dude gets all the chicks. The definition of alpha that I was taught growing up has to do with integrity and commitment to the truth. And you'll see people who are committed to the truth are able to wield the truth as a weapon. George Washington, I cannot tell a lie. It's a famous story. It goes back. Abraham Lincoln, again, committed to integrity. I can't live with the system that we're currently living in.
Mm-hmm.
And they're willing to do the hard things that are necessary, even in the face of social or economic pressure or all kinds of pressure, right? It's that willingness to stand up for what you believe in. It's a commitment to, or a belief in yourself, which is, I think confidence is belief in yourself, right? Yeah, it's a belief in yourself, and in a commitment to truth. Or that doesn't even mean you have to live transparent and tell everybody everything, right? But it does mean that now the truth becomes your weapon, and not dealing with lies or like catching yourself is also going to lead to more confidence.
And it comes back to stand for something or fall for everything.
That's right.
Stand for being a good fucking person. Yeah. Don't let greed, don't let ego, don't let fear, don't let self-doubt, don't get anything in that fucking category bog you down from being a high-frequency individual that brings your community's energy up, your city's energy up, and your friends' energies up. And shit, even random strangers' energies up. Even if you're having a bad day, go hit a meditation. There are ways. Energy cannot be killed nor destroyed. It can only be transferred. Transfer your energy. Your energy is not dead. Find a way to pick it back up. Be a good person. And I think we've defined what that means now, so it's less cliche. Be a good person. Be nice to others. Think about what you're posting on social media. I just saw a meme that had me kind of a little upset, which is it's this bigger, heavier set guy that's got memed and is going all around social media right now. And this is a guy who's just on a beach, had his picture taken of him. Someone wrote something funny, put it online. Now every girl in America is posting about it.
Someone wrote something mean.
Yeah.
That made people laugh.
And how do you think this guy's going to feel, who didn't even know he had his picture taken, and now the whole world...
I hope he has a good sense of humor.
I hope he does too, man. I really does, because this isn't, this kind of shit happens all the time. So be mindful about what you're posting on social media. Be good to other people. Be kind to other people. Get your fucking energy right, and don't leave your house until you do. And stop thinking, feel. And... that's really all I've got to say on this. This is just, I just saw that meme and it was sitting heavy on my heart, and me and Clint were about to pack up the podcast and we were like, let's do one more on putting good energy out into the earth, which is, I guess how I call it nice, yeah. So nice equals expelling good energy. And if you want to do cool and more nice things, and if you want to submit to us any topics, Comment below. Follow us at HSTLUP, www.hstlup.com. Remember, guys, be nice. 5149. Shout out Gary V. Always give one more than you're getting. Pick up trash. Say good things, people. Get your energy right. I'm Jonathan. Until next time, as I usually say, spread the word, but more importantly this time, share the love. Share all that fucking love.
Yeah, right. Share with your friends. Share with your mom.
Deadass.
Share with your fam.
Everybody. Share with the planet.
Yeah.
Check out that little Dicky video. Big
Share that with the
awareness. Yeah, until next time, hustle up!